Hey, it's Friar Phil, and it's time to talk Lego. Hey everyone, welcome back to Friar Phil's Bricks. So thankful that you would choose to join me once again. Just had to have a little fun with my mask that I made for myself. It's a masked world, you know, so we gotta have fun with that. But thank you so much for joining me again. We have hit a milestone here at Friar Phil's Bricks, and that's 50 subscribers. We hit it last week. Thank you so much for you who have already subscribed. It means a lot to me that you join this community, and I hope these videos have been fun and beneficial to you and your Lego collecting. If you have not subscribed already, hit that button today. Hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss one of these videos. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but man, I am deeply honored that you would join me today. Please take a moment, share this channel on your social media platforms. I appreciate it so much. We're gonna get into a set that I got 2 weeks ago. I talked about in the gift video, the gift ideas video. If you haven't checked that video out, click up here and you'll see that. But one of the gift ideas is to get a set from a vintage wanted list that your loved one has. And I got one of those for my birthday. So we're gonna look at that and unbox it right now and build it and review it, put it on the brick scale. So let's get going. And so here we have 6059, the Night Stronghold. Looking at it from the front, I've got the walls folded in. I'll show you just what it looks like folded out in just a second. But you got your main gates here that open and close. You got enough room at the top for a knight, for a soldier. On the right side there is enough room for another soldier and extra spear. You'll see the jail right there that they can put a captured soldier in. And then you gotta come around to the left side of the stronghold again. Enough room for a soldier to be at the top. Looking at it fully folded out as kind of a continuous wall. And there we go. This is a pretty neat looking set. And then we'll take a look at the catapult that comes from the other Black Knights with the blue armor. Again, all these are Black Knights. One side has red, one side has blue. So these are attacking the stronghold with this catapult. It actually does fire. Let's test it here. What did I do wrong? Let me hold this down. Gotta love it. All right, so this is hilarious. So I played with it for a little bit, and it really doesn't go much beyond there. Now, looking at the instructions, it shows it fully right here, fully at that angle. And it's even got this piece in here. I'd wondered when I built it why it only had the knob on the one end, so I'm wondering if, as a safety thing, you pull that out, and that becomes the firing thing. I don't know, maybe if you know about this, because that fires then. But when this piece is in, it doesn't fire. Of course, it does fall apart as well. So if you know all about this, maybe you're a vintage collector and you know exactly, leave a comment below. I'd love to know exactly what I'm doing here. As I mentioned, these are all Black Knights. These are just the ones with the blue armor. The backs of these are pretty plain, just a plain blue back there. You can't see the one that has the breastplate, the knight. Standard horse back in the day. Nowadays the feet move, the legs of the horse move, but this is just the head. Something I love about these old school ones that my son blew my son's mind is that the faces are all just a standard smiling face. He was shocked that Lego didn't always have beards and scowls and happy faces and all that stuff. And so this is a classic vintage set with just a happy smiley face. And so those are the Black Knights with the blue armor. Then you have the 3 Black Knights that have the red armor. Again, the backs are not very detailed. Back in the day, it's just a red back, but one's got an axe, a spear, and then a crossbow. So those are the Black Knights with the red armor. All right, let's get the Night Stronghold on the brick scale. If you're not familiar with that, click the link in the description where I introduce the brick scale, explain all my categories, the reasons why I give the rating that I give. But let's get right into it. First category is build experience. Got to be honest, these vintage sets, they're pretty standard, pretty plain, pretty boring, I should say. Back in the day, they were cool, but LEGO has advanced so much with their techniques and the surprises and twists that they have. So rating it now in 2021 is kind of unfair for a 1990 set, but I gotta be honest. And so the build experience, I like the catapult, like the hinges in the walls. That's a unique feature, but I'm only giving it a 3 out of 10 for build experience. Moving on to uniqueness. Again, it's a pretty basic set. Got your walls, you got a catapult, got some knights there. There's only 2 unique parts from back then. Now they're common parts, but back in 1990, the crossbow in the dark gray color, as well as the knight's armor breastplate, were new parts back then in the 1990s, from what I found in my research. And so for uniqueness, because of those 2 parts, I'm bumping it up to a 3 out of 10. Next is detailed. Again, a vintage set means there's not a lot of detail. They weren't big on that back in the day. And so there is a jail within the walls of this stronghold. And so for that reason, I'm giving it a 1, bumping it up to a 1 out of 10 for detail. So the 4th category is displayability. Now, there haven't been a lot of castle sets released by LEGO in the past few years. As I mentioned when I reviewed the Medieval Blacksmith that came out this year in 2021. And so you probably get some recognition or some attention if someone came in the room within all the other themes that they would see. It would stick out a little bit. However, it's not the biggest set. It's got those black tones that kind of just blend in, and so I'm only giving displayability a 2 out of 10. And finally, playability. I love this category, thinking of my 5-year-old. Compare this set, 240-ish pieces, somewhere around there, 5 minifigures. Last week I reviewed the 2021 Modular Police Station, 2,000 plus pieces, 5 minifigures. So minifigure to minifigure, which is a big thing for playability. This takes the cake. Add in a catapult, add in the jail, add in some imagination, and I can see my son really enjoying this set. However, there's not a lot to go with. It probably needs another castle set or 2 to really make a huge play experience. So I'm giving this a 6 out of 10 for playability. Overall, total score, 15 out of 50 on the brick scale. It's not a very high score. I've only reviewed, I think, 5 sets. It's the lowest so far. However, I love this set. It's so nostalgic for me. Takes me back to my childhood LEGO days. Castle theme, those vintage things. I love it, even though I did rate it only a 15 out of 50. I'm still so happy that I got that for a birthday present. It was a great gift. Great surprise for me. So thank you so much again for joining me. If you like the set and you found this useful, give it a big thumbs up, and we will see you next time.